You want to know something? Nobody cares. Nobody cares if you do or don't chase after what you want. Nobody is going to help you, but nobody is going to stop you. You see, we tend to convince ourselves that people think and talk about us more than they really do. For example, a common theme today is kids wanting to become YouTubers. So they start a YouTube channel and upload their first video. And when their friends find out about it, what do? They throw insults their way and mock the child's dreams. But do you know what's worse than that? The kid who wanted to become a YouTuber immediately deletes the channel and forgets it ever happened. He's decided it's not worth becoming a social outcast. So he grows up bitter, doing something he doesn't enjoy and watching the resentment towards life build up as the years roll by. The once aspiring child failed to understand one thing: nobody cares. It wasn't his so-called friends making fun of him that stopped him, it was his own interpretation of their response. He managed to convince himself that everybody looked down at him for it, that everybody was talking to one another about how bad his video was, and how if he continued following his passion, things would only get worse. In reality, the other kids at school were dealing with their own problems. They also had dreams of their own. They also wanted to be noticed and do something big with their life. But unfortunately, they were all stuck with each other in the classroom, praying they wouldn't be the one to be judged. So when a kid did do something out of the ordinary, he was mocked for it instead of praised. And when it became apparent that mocking the kid did in fact destroy his motivation, it made his classmates feel powerful. It gave the other kids who didn't want to be left behind in life some feeling of control, the feeling of being able to tell somebody no. It took their attention away from their insecurities and allowed them to focus on how much of a loser someone else was for wanting to be different. In school, this is a very common theme, and unfortunately this runs into adulthood. In fact, it runs throughout all of life. It's human nature to not like seeing somebody doing better than you. Very few people can say they truly enjoy seeing someone do better than them. But that's not because someone doing better than you is a bad thing. It's because you don't think you're doing well. You constantly compare yourself to other people. You constantly convince yourself that if you do something out of the ordinary, it will be permanently etched in everyone's mind, and your reputation will be damaged. This couldn't be further from the truth. We don't mock people because we want them to fail. We mock them because we aren't sure of ourselves. It allows us to temporarily take our mind away from us and gives us an opportunity to feel like we're above somebody else. But when we've stopped mocking this person and their dream, we get home and stare at the walls, wondering what we are even doing here. That person we insulted earlier is at home thinking about us, while we're at home thinking about ourselves. If the kid who was mocked really knew what was running through our head, you could be damn sure he would be at home right now, working towards his dream. But he isn't. He failed to understand the reasons why he was insulted and laughed at. Generally, when someone puts you down, it's a projection of their insecurities. Simple as that. You need to stop worrying about what other people say and start caring about what they might be dealing with. Those who put others down are not bad people. They are insecure individuals who can't bear the thought of someone doing better than them. They simply haven't got it figured out and don't want to see anyone else figure it out before they have first. The next time somebody puts you down, think about who that person really is. How do you know them? Why would they have any reason to truly care? Why would they spend their time thinking about you instead of themselves? They wouldn't. Now let's own up to some of our mistakes. We have all put someone down for something in the past. Think about someone you put down in your life. I refuse to believe you don't have a single memory of putting someone down. Now, think about what you felt. Whatever feelings you got out of it, it probably made you feel good in the moment. It gave you a sense of control. Control over our lives is essential for being happy. And if we feel a lack of control, we will source it from other places. This is inevitable. If I can't control my life, I'm going to control something. If I can tell this kid he's delusional and watch his excitement fade away, it reinforces the idea in my mind that I have influence on other people. Sure, it might make me feel bad in the long run, but that immediate feeling of control that I desperately craved was satisfied. This is what is going through people's heads when they mock you. You aren't the first person they put down and you won't be the last. Stop putting a spotlight on yourself because that spotlight isn't there. Nobody is going to stop you. When they realize you don't care about their negative opinion, they won't continue putting you down. They'll simply find someone else to make fun of. You cannot entertain this way of thinking. The phrase, "you are your own worst enemy," is the most correct statement about success. Once it clicks with you, it will be easy. Once you understand that someone putting you down is an internal response from them, you'll be able to see things without tinted goggles. When you recognize things as normal human behaviors and not valid criticisms about you, you'll stop worrying about what everyone else is thinking. Because the truth is, they certainly aren't thinking about you.